It was a November night at like 4 a.m. There was nobody on the street but us. We came across an individual who we later found out had some sort of mental health crisis. They somehow managed to nick an artery in the back of their ear. So there was a lot of blood. It was a very intense experience. And we just happened to be in the right place at the right time and were able to stop the bleeding. We were able to put pressure on there, get somebody down to take them away in an ambulance, get to hospital. We had no idea what had happened at the time, but we did hear back from the police who were investigating after, and they did tell us that if we hadn't found him, he may have bled out. But just kind of getting that confirmation that we were there, able to help, and that it made the difference,
The mission of DCSP is to provide safety to the community downtown. That includes everybody living, playing, working, enjoying downtown, coming here and providing a safe presence. We really look to enhance the safety of everybody in our downtown area. The core values, there's a number of them. I think the most important to us is dignity, respect, empathy, and diversity, integrity, and really how we treat people. And a lot of times that just comes down to kindness, treating people with, again, the dignity and respect they deserve on the streets, that nobody's invisible and everybody deserves some essence of safety.
Typical day would be checking up on folks in general, making sure that they know about appointments that might be coming up, maybe helping them get to those appointments, getting them connected to resources that they might need access to. So a typical day would be a lot of checking up on folks and making sure that they're doing okay. And then occasionally maybe doing first aid if somebody's having an emergency and helping them get connected to emergency services if it's something more intense. Having an accessible van has been really huge. When I started here, we didn't have accessible vehicles. There's people who are wheelchair bound who we weren't able to help at all. We would have to refer out for those types of calls. But now with an accessible vehicle, we're able to accept those calls for people with mobility issues. We're able to help folks in wheelchairs. We can get them to their appointments that they need to get to. And it's the same with folks with other mobility issues, whether they use a walker or a cane. It's much easier having a ramp that they can go up. It's much easier having a secure place and safely transport them to wherever they need to get to.
There's a lot of people out on the streets here or wherever who have a hard time getting around because of old injuries, or they're just older individuals. Using a van like this has really helped us connect with that demographic of people and support them and get them to things like appointments, doctors, housing appointments, addictions treatments appointments, or even there is a family just kind of stranded somewhere. They took the wrong bus and now the buses aren't running tonight, and we'll scoop them up and we have no space back there to fit a family. It's been truly helpful in a lot of those extenuating circumstances.
When you think of somebody in dire need who need the services of our van, which is accessible to those, and our businesses see something like that, they know they can call us. There's not always a 911 call. So when we talk about, number one, the right resource to that person, then alleviating those calls to 911 and emergency services, we are seeing that we can have an impact on that. We are seeing a decrease in calls to emergency services when we're involved in the community, and that's a good thing.
There was this town not too long ago. There's a family, just poor circumstances, trying to get across the country to go meet up with some other relatives. There's a father, a young child, and the mother. They, I guess, had a rough night, got a little frustrated. They got kicked off the train heading to where they're going, so now they're stuck in Winnipeg. And it's like 3 a.m. There's no money. They can't get on buses, and I guess security is getting a little frustrated with them. So they call us, we go down, we're talking to them, and we find a spot we can put them up for the night and got them to where they needed to go. And they were super thankful, and they went from this hopeless, infuriating situation to having a warm place to stay for the night and a plan for the next day to have our teams come back. And I believe we did actually ended up getting them on a bus to where they needed to go. The fact that we were able to help a young family in troubling times really kind of sticks with me. It's moments like that really kind of make this all feel super fulfilling for me, is helping people who really need it.
It's always tough to measure success. I can tell you we've probably exceeded 200 Narcan deployments already, which we do, which are literally saving a life on the street. Those are people that we've found proactively experience opioid poisoning crisis, and we're able to literally bring them back. So how do you measure that success organizationally or just individually? How do you put a price tag on that? So overall, I believe we've had a very positive impact on the downtown, again, to whoever might be here, whether it's a business owner, somebody living down here, attending Jet games in the community, just enjoying downtown, going to a restaurant. I think we've had a real positive impact on our downtown.